Hey y'all, and welcome back to my channel, Coffee Cards and Clarity. I'm going to do a Divine Feminine reading right now. So I would like to pick up on the Divine Feminine's energy right now. This could have changed or shifted from where it was previously. Today is August 8th. We're having a new moon in Leo, and also the star Sirius is in cosmic alignment with the earth right now. So this could change your energy. You will be able to receive downloads more freely if you're open to that. And you'll be able to recognize it. I've already seen signs of different timelines appearing kind of out of the blue for people. I saw that even yesterday, which was still in the lead up time period. So this is for the Divine Feminine. I would like to see, with this new energy coming through with this powerful 8/8 portal, what is the energy for the Divine Feminine that would like to come through? One more shuffle. This is for the Divine Feminine. No signs are attached. If this does not resonate for you, please do not try to make it fit. Give it a miss. So for the Divine Feminine, what energy, let me move these over a little bit. What energy would like to come through for the Divine Feminine? Okay, just wanted to flip. We have, I am a million different things at a million different times. I am me. I am me with no apologies. Number 9, rock star. Let's see what else would like to come through for the Divine Feminine energy. We have all good things are wild and free. Wild and free. One more card, please. One more card for the Divine Feminine energy, please. One more card for the Divine Feminine's energy. What would like to come through? What else would like to come through after this 8/8 portal, this powerful new moon in Leo energy, aligning with the star Sirius? One more card, please, for the Divine Feminine's energy. One more card. Okay. And we have Shaman of Skulls, card number 34, which goes to a 7. The rock star is number 9, and wild and free is number 1. So we have 34, Shaman and Skulls. So for this rock star card, what's coming through with this rock star card for the Divine Feminine? This is about like a fear that you have, a deep down kind of fear, maybe in your subconscious, about being judged by other people, or being targeted by maybe jealous people or something. And it makes the Divine Feminine want to shy away from the spotlight. The Divine Feminine, the energy here is one of, if I'm in the spotlight, then I'll have to be perfect. And I can't be perfect. I'm not perfect. And I don't want to be judged by all these people for not being perfect. That's a mistaken belief, okay? So you don't have to be perfect to be in the spotlight. There's a higher purpose for you in standing apart from the crowd and being seen. So if you can choose to accept this opportunity that will make you more visible to others, and trust that you will shine your truth and your integrity, that can be a positive healing experience for you, and then for the others too that are watching you in your spotlight shining. And the wild and free card, this is about coming to a time in your life when you're actually being guided, not by your head, not by your mind, but by your heart. And sometimes this maybe makes no sense to us, and we're screaming, don't do that, don't do that. Everything in my analytical mind is telling me this is a bad idea. But this card is letting you know that don't ignore what your heart is telling you just because your mind is screaming at you. Okay, so Give yourself the time and the space that you need away from anything that's distracting you in this world or demanding your attention. So other people and all of that. Give yourself a time away from them so you can go within and discern what your heart is really leading you to, and then you can make those changes and take that action. With the 34 card, Shaman and Skulls, this card is about wanting something different, wanting something more than what you have, and the universe answering your requests, your prayers. So this is kind of a card of manifestation. Sometimes manifestation, when people are starting to manifest and they're seeing it happen, that kind of scares them. It's kind of startling. So you don't need to be afraid of that. That's what this card is about. You do not need to be afraid of actually seeing the things that you want to manifest. You don't need to be afraid. They are part of the answer, okay, that's coming to you from the universe. And it's a way for the universe to show that it's caring for you. And it can also help you get through transitions in life, okay? You can better navigate those transitions. You can ask from guidance from the universe or from spirit to help navigate those transitions to get you from where you are to that just something more. This card is it reminds me of sometimes when people have, like in their current situation, they already have like a 9 of Cups life, wishes fulfilled, but there's still something else or something more, something different that they want. That's okay. That is okay. You're not crazy to do this. You're not crazy to have it all and want a little bit more or something a little bit different. So these are the cards and the energy that wants to come through for the Divine Feminine right now. So this is one of stepping into the spotlight and shining your light that will be beneficial to you and others. This is also a card of following your heart. This is also an energy of wild and free and following your heart regardless. And this is energy of it being okay to have a lot and to be doing well and want more. So for the Divine Feminine, for tarot cards, let us know what is going on with the Divine Feminine energetically now that we have reached the 8/8 Lionsgate portal with this new moon energy in Leo. 2 more shuffles, please, for the Divine Feminine. What's going on with the Divine Feminine? What else do we need to know? 1 more shuffle for the Divine Feminine. No sign attached. If this resonates for you, there may be a message in here for you. Divine Feminine. She's wanting a little bit more than she already has. She's considering shining her light or stepping into the spotlight with her knowledge. And she would like to no longer follow her mind, and these flew in my lap, but follow her heart. She would like to be led by her heart and not stifled by her fears. And I say her, this isn't about gender, this is about energy. So Divine Feminine energy, this could be, a man. So don't get caught up on that. And, I say her because it's a Divine Feminine energy, but it very well could be a him. But this is the energy that's coming through for the Divine Feminine. 1 more card at least, please. Thank you. Yeah, those decisions that the Divine Feminine was having here with the follow your heart and wanting more. Yeah, that's what's coming through here in the outcome. Needing to make that decision. The Divine Feminine, like I said earlier, these cards kind of were reminding me of having a 9 of Cups life, but wanting just a little bit more. That's what's coming through here with this Sun card. They're already under the sun. They have great energy. The Divine Feminine has great energy. They're a happy person in general. They're a positive person in general. I do see there was a time, they're content, they're joyous, but I do see there was a time in their not so recent past, where they kind of came to a fork in the road and they wanted to take a different path, that path that may have been more down the shadowy side. They wanted to take a different path, but they were nervous about it and they weren't sure about making that decision. These cards came through earlier, letting us know that this energy, this is about having a great life, but wanting a little bit more. In the current situation, we do have the Death card, so that's coming through about making changes, letting things fall off that are no longer in alignment with us or no longer serve us. That's what that card is coming through about. So right now, the Divine Feminine, they are aware that some things may change, some things may fall off that are not in alignment with them anymore. And at this point, they are willing to do that. They are willing to do that to get to where they want to be, that wanting more, that something different, even though there's actually not much wrong in their current situation. In the future, we have the Nine of Wands. And this card in this reading, it could be about putting up boundaries, which, everybody needs to have boundaries. But in this reading, because we have the High Priestess, which is Major Arcana, because we have the Death card, which is Major Arcana, this card to me in the future, this is about having persistence to go the distance. Yes, put those boundaries up. Something that is a block for this connection that wants to come through with this Divine Feminine, because what I see is they really do want the Four of Wands. They want the Four of Wands with their person, which is probably not who they're with right now, because they want something more than what they already have. This is a block. The Four of Wands itself is the block, is the wall. We also have, for influences, the Three of Swords. So the Divine Feminine is either already in a third-party situation, or their counterpart that they are in a Divine Soul Connection is already in a third-party situation. And that third-party situation could be children, could be a spouse, could be work, could be, an ocean between you, could be different continents. But that's what's going on. Like I said, there's a third-party situation which is preventing this, but that is what the Divine Feminine wants. In their hopes or fears, they are concerned that this situation will not be able to come to fruition because of this third-party situation. And so, they've decided to kind of be not cutting per se to their counterpart, to their Divine Soul Connection, but they've decided to, this is for two ways. They've decided to either cut the person off that they are in a 3D relationship right now, that's part of this third party, or because that needs to fall off, they're no longer in alignment. Or since there's a third party situation right now, the Divine Feminine has a little bit cut off their divine counterpart because of third party situations, and they are trying to maintain an energy of distant, loving but distant, which does come across as a little cold. And this is what's in their hopes or fears. So what's coming through for this Divine Feminine is they are concerned that this third-party situation will continue for a considerable amount of time, and it'll just leave them being in a cold but distant kind of, in a loving but distant kind of cold energy. They don't want that. They would like for this decision to either be made and move forward with their counterpart, like these cards came through earlier, follow the heart, or find some sort of compromise. They do understand that they already have a pretty great life, and this is just a little bit more. And I do feel with that card that there's a sense of feeling selfish. There's a sense of, well, I shouldn't ask for more. I'm not deserving of more. Why should I be able to have a great life and just walk away from it to go be with someone else? That's what's coming through right now. That's what's kind of tripping the Divine Feminine up right now. Let's get some clarification cards, please, for the energy on the table for a Divine Feminine energy who already has a pretty good life living under the sun, full of contentment, full of joy. But it's just they want this little bit more, or this little bit different. In the past, could have been very recent past, or it could have been in a while ago, Divine Feminine realized that they needed to choose their path, take a fork in the road. And they did feel like following their heart was kind of on the shadow side. And they really didn't want to hurt either the person that they were actually in a 3D relationship with right now, or their children, or they didn't want to move to a different location to be with this counterpart, or they didn't want to hurt their counterparts. Third party situation, children, they didn't want to hurt it or impact it. So we do see that coming through with the Death card. They didn't want to do all that. They do not want to hurt people. I do see that there is the persistence that's coming through. They're still going to persist to get to that Four of Wands with this divine counterpart. I don't have a time frame. Like I said, that third party situation's right here and the influences. They are taking a step back because of that third party situation, and they are trying to make a decision or a compromise to figure out how to get where they want to go, how to have it all without hurting anybody. So one more shuffle for the Divine Feminine or anyone resonating with this energy on the table right now. Clarification cards, please, for this Divine Feminine energy on the table. Clarification cards, please, for this Divine Feminine energy. That looks like it wants to go over. Okay, so far we have the Four of Swords, which is a card of rest and recovery. We also have Major Arcana, the Strength card. This may be enough. We also have the Six of Cups, which is lost love, love from childhood. Could also be past life love. So that's what's wanting to come through here for this Divine Feminine. And we have, again, Major Arcana, the Justice card. This is a just and right situation. This is what they really want to have happen. Ace of Wands, a new beginning in this passionate connection. Duplicate card, the Two of Swords, needing to make a decision or compromise. And again, like I was saying earlier, it's a Nine of Cups lifestyle that this Divine Feminine is already having. They would have to have that fall off to go forward with the divine counterpart in this situation. Okay, so it's a matter of if they're willing to follow their heart instead of their head. Let me pull a few cards from Mystic Moon Oracle, please, for this Divine Feminine. What else would like to come through? Let me move these. For this Divine Feminine from Mystic Moon Oracles. What do we need to know? What else would like to come through from this Divine Feminine? Like I said, some of this energy could be changing right now because of this powerful, powerful 8-8 portal. Some people are going to be receiving like pretty direct, pretty instant downloads. It's going to feel like you have, you know, social media connection right to the spirit world for some people. As I'm splitting the deck, there's the Twin Flame card right on top, or right in the middle of the split. Two more shuffles, please, for this Divine Feminine. One more shuffle for the Divine Feminine. What else do we need to know about this Divine Feminine's energy and what's going on? For the Divine Feminine, give us more illumination, give us more information about what's going on right now with this Divine Feminine. We have Divine Masculine coming through. So the Divine Masculine, this is about the Divine Feminine's Divine Masculine. That's who this Six of Cups is. When they were not able to make it work a while ago or in the past, they refocused their energy, both the Divine Feminine and the Divine Masculine. I do see that it came to a conclusion in the past, but with this key here, this locking key here, I do see that the Divine Feminine has that key to reopen this connection if they have not already. What else would like to come through for the Divine Feminine? We have recognition. We have recognition. Any more cards, please, that would like to come through? Thank you. We have one on the floor. One more shuffle, please, and I will get that card on the floor. Okay. I'm going to put these here. I'm going to leave these here and get the card that was on the floor. And that was contemplation. And I know compromise is not the same as contemplation, but that's what I'm getting here. There is the divine feminine is contemplating ways that they could make a compromise and have it all. I don't see that would work. I see that they need to make a decision to either stay or move forward. We have return. Your divine counterpart would like the divine feminine to return. The divine feminine would like to return to the divine masculine. And we have patience, which is a card of temperance. Having the patience to see this through. We did see that come through with that 9 of Wands card when I said the persistence to see this through. That's what's coming through with that patience. Okay, let me get some cards from Angelic Revelation 144, the Sacred Healing Journey. So cards, please, for the divine feminine, the energy that is already on this table for this divine feminine, please. What else do we need to know? Give us more illumination for the divine feminine's energy this week, especially after this powerful cosmic alignment with the star Sirius and the new moon in Leo. One more shuffle, please. For the energy that would like to come through, please, or any illumination that we need to know for the divine feminine. The energy that is already on the table. What else do we need to know for the divine feminine? We have several. I'm going to move these right here so they stay there. And I'm going to get one more shuffle. What else would like to come through? Okay. For the divine feminine. Okay. I see this one first, so we're going to start here. We have Eternal Flame, Divine Soul Love. So that's coming through here with these cards. We have sad, feeling unhappy. So that's this sense of, I have no right to feel sad or unhappy. I have everything I want except for that other thing that I really want, which is the 4 of Wands with the 6 of Cups energy, with its divine soul love. So even though you have a 9 of Cups life, someone's feeling sad and kind of unfulfilled. We have romance, bliss, love, sensual, passion, paradise, honeymoon. We have dark night of the soul, anxiety, anxious, sleepless nights, and depression. So that's coming through for when you're not able to either, when the divine feminine came to that fork in the road and either sat up endless nights, trying to figure out what to do, or did not take that fork in the road towards their masculine. That's what this divine dark night of the soul is about. I do see, even though this is a divine feminine reading, I do see both counterparts have dark nights of the soul. They've come and gone over this journey. We have happy times. The future is bright. And this is a card, we have the sun in the current placement in the energy that the divine feminine is coming through. And this is a wonderful card to get because it's letting the divine feminine know, hey, your future is still bright. You're still going to be under the sun. Soul spouse, you have been married in previous lifetimes. So I did see that coming through with these 6 of Cups. We have breakthrough, penetrating the walls. And that's what you would need to do to get to this. We have communication, handling challenging communication, including being ghosted or blocked. So that may have happened before for this divine feminine. Headed in the right direction. We have war, defensive, self-sabotage, and anger. So that's what can come through when you're having a divine soul connection like this, when the communication is having some issues. That's what sends both parties into this energy. The war, defensive, self-sabotage, and anger. Very Aries energy there. We have stars, fated and destined. And we have Leo, Aries, Libra, and Scorpio here on the card. We have secret admirer, divine partner secretly watching and admiring you from afar. So if you're not with that person because you didn't take that fork in the road and you're with someone else, we have the third party situation here kind of coming through, then that's what's happening. The divine counterpart, you're both watching each other. You're both watching each other. Proposal, past life spouse desires marriage. So, you know, and this is coming through with this Four of Wands. This is the divine feminine, but I also am getting a sense that it is also their counterpart. Let's get a card or two from the Ascended Masters deck, please, for this divine feminine energy that is coming through. 3 shuffles, please. There's 1. So for the divine feminine, 2 more shuffles for the divine feminine, for the energy coming through right now. 1 more shuffle for the divine feminine, please. 1 more shuffle. What would like to come through for this divine feminine right now, please? What would like to come through for this divine feminine? Okay, we have several cards that came through. We have open your heart to love. So this is a card that's in relation to, you know, you're following your mind at some point, but you really want to follow your heart. So open your heart to love, let it go. Now with this death card, this is a card letting you know there are things that are no longer in alignment with you, and there are things that will need to fall off your path. And those are the things that you need to let go. Health and healing, we had that come through with a 4 of Swords card coming through earlier. So this connection has sent the divine feminine sometimes into states where they're in the dark night of the soul and they will need to heal. And we have stay focused. We have follow your heart again. We have mother, wife, sister, daughter. This card to me is letting the divine feminine, anyone who is resonating here, know that Spirit wants them to know, the Ascended Masters want them to know that they are more than just a mother, wife, or sister, daughter. Their dreams, their hopes, their desires matter as well. Spiritual law of attraction, manifest it. This is about manifesting this dream of your heart. Let me pull a few cards from this deck for the divine feminine. And I have several cards out off to the side, so I'm just going to start reaching and pulling, okay? For the divine feminine, a few cards, please, for the divine feminine, for the energy already on this table. For the divine feminine. One more shuffle, please, for the divine feminine. Okay, what would like to come through for the divine feminine energy right now? We have healing. It's already come through. And we have take off your mask. This is a card that's about living that 9 of Cups life when you really want something else. Living that 9 of Cups life with the person you're living it with now when you really want something else. It's time to take off that mask. Let me get a card or two from this deck for the divine feminine, please. Card or two from this deck for the divine feminine. The energy that is already on the table. 2 more shuffles, please, for the divine feminine's energy. After this powerful new moon in Leo, this 8-8 portal. What else would like to come through? For the divine feminine's energy, what would like to come through for the divine feminine's energy? What else would like to come through for the divine feminine's energy? Two more shuffles. Oh, thank you. Okay, we have quite a few cards come through. So this could get interesting. Okay. We have come to life. So this is that, this is a card about that stepping into the spotlight. Stepping into the spotlight, letting people see who you truly are. Power of attraction. This is about bringing your counterpart to you through manifestation, through calling to them, through intent, through the spiritual realm. The power of attraction, attracting them to you, or them attracting you to them. I'm feeling that the feminine is feeling very magnetized to their counterpart, and the counterpart may not even realize how strongly they are attracting them with their power. We have inspiration. So I do see for the feminine that their counterpart, their person, serves as an inspiration, almost like a muse to them. We have follow your own rhythm. This is about wanting more. This is about shining your light and stepping into that spotlight and being who you are, being authentic and letting people see that. Beyond the mind, the heart beats. This is about following your heart. Go beyond the mind. Don't just stay in your logical, analytical mind. Follow your heart. This whole reading has been about following your heart. Every card, it seems. Trust yourself. Visions of life beyond death. So what's coming through this is, so we have the death card where things need to fall off, right? So we can make room for this Four of Wands, for this divine soul connection to come in. That's what this card's about. Visions of that life together. It's a card 44, which can go to an 8. It's about visualizing the life with your counterpart after the death card, after things that no longer serve you fall off, that are no longer in alignment with you. I'm going to just scooch over here really quick and grab a few more cards. Let's get some cards from this deck for the Divine Feminine, please. What else would like to come through for this Divine Feminine energy that is on the table, or anyone who is resonating with it? This is not about gender. This is about energy for the Divine Feminine. What would like to come through for the Divine Feminine's energy that's on the table right now? What? Okay, we have quite a few again. Okay, let's see what we have. We have heal again, rebuild, release. So this is in regards to releasing what no longer serves you. Rest and reconsider. So we do see for the Divine Feminine, they've had the Four of Swords and they've had a lot of healing and resting cards. So I do see this dark night of the soul really through the Divine Feminine into a pretty anxiety-riddled state. And they are needing a lot of rest and recovery. I do see that with the challenging times. Also, what wants to come through with this card is when one thing does fall off because it no longer aligns with you, sometimes there will be a little bit of a challenging time that comes up, but you can get through that and get past that. We also have healing begins again. Just breathe. Okay, so I love music, I love songs, and I love lyrics. Pearl Jam. Just breathe. Listen to that song. That's what I see. That's what I hear every time I see this card. Just breathe. That's the song that wants to come through for this reading. I can hear it in my head right now and it's perfect. Okay? Just breathe. Manifest. We had that card come through before. Going to manifest this union in 3D. Open up. Base chakra. We have take the lead. So the Divine Feminine is being guided now to step a little bit into their masculine energy and take the lead. Control, solar plexus chakra. So those are the messages that wanted to come through from that deck. Let me get a few other decks really quick so I'm not having to go back and forth so often. Let's get a few cards from this deck, please, for the Divine Feminine. For the Divine Feminine. What would like to come through for the Divine Feminine? One more shuffle. Okay, for the Divine Feminine, what would like to come through for the Divine Feminine? Another one on the floor. Let me put that there and grab this one. The one that came through on the floor is Zen Garden, Inner Sanctuary. And okay, I'm going to do this. This is hilarious. So Inner Sanctuary, Feminine, if you are needing a little bit of space, I highly recommend building or finding or creating an inner sanctuary. You've got to make the time for yourself to, number one, everybody needs some space and private time, just so they can think clearly, so they can hear their own inner voice. If you don't have that Zen garden, that inner sanctuary, that place you can go to have that space to do that, create yourself a space. I had this studio built so I could have that. It took about 3 months to do. I did have to save up and so I could build this. But it was very beneficial. I mean, I'm not saying you need to do that, but find a way. And my bestie, she brought me, and these are hilarious. She brought me these little do not disturb signs so that I can put them on my studio doors so that my family, if they want to not respect me, like as far as like, don't come in here, I'm busy, they're going to see that sign on every door. I put one on every door when I'm doing a reading. I have 2 more and they're on both doors. So make that inner sanctuary and make any changes you need to so it is respected. Those boundaries are respected. We have loss, grief, sadness, or resurrection. What's coming through with this card for the Divine Feminine is that the Divine Feminine has suffered a great loss. I do believe for some people that was actually the loss of a family member. Someone has passed on, and that has caused tremendous heartache. I do also see for the Divine Feminine that that could be the Divine Feminine letting go of some of the things that were no longer in alignment with them with that death card. So that loss for the people that they're letting fall off is going to feel very sad for them, and they will have some grief. I do see with the resurrection that they will be okay. I do see that the Divine Feminine with the resurrection, they have been okay. After, they've gone through the process, the grieving and loss process. They've gone through that and they have started to rise again. That won't be for everybody, but for some of you. And remember, Divine Feminine does not necessarily mean female. Okay. And we have another one on the floor. And okay. A hidden gift, sadness and ending, a new beginning. So that card definitely wanted to come through. This is in relation to when the things that no longer serve you fall off. There will, there's that tinge of sadness. Like I said, this is a 9 of Cups life with this other person. It's just what I'm getting is a sense of there's absolutely nothing wrong with the person that the Divine Feminine is with right now. Not for everybody, for some. They had a 9 of Cups life. It's just that they're not that other person. And you can't help love. You can't help the feeling that you get. So that's what's wanting to come through with this card. For the people that are not, they don't really feel like they're in a 9 of Cups life, I do sense that at some point it did feel like a 9 of Cups life. And they were sad when they realized, and they had grief and loss, when they realized that they were almost deceived, that the person wasn't as amazing and they didn't have as amazing of a 9 of Cups life as they thought that they would have with that person, or that they portray on social media. That's what's wanted to come through as well. I think that's good for this deck. Let me put this up. Let me grab a card or two from this deck, and then I want to move into the Naked Flame Healing messages. I would like to see any messages that could be either from the Divine Feminine to their counterpart or from the Divine Feminine's counterpart to them. That will be up to you, the viewer, to discern if this is a message from you or to you. One more shuffle, please, for the Divine Feminine. What else would like to come through for the Divine Feminine? More energy, please, to come through for the Divine Feminine. Or anyone resonating with this reading. One more shuffle, please. Any more cards would like to come through? Thank you. So we have home. So that's coming through. It's this Four of Wands card with this divine soul connection. Even though there could be a Nine of Cups life involved for the Divine Feminine, this other person still feels like home to them. And that's just something that's in the heart. We have an illusion. That's what's coming through about this Nine of Cups. Either it's an illusion that is just portrayed to everybody in person or on social media that they're happy and they have this Nine of Cups life. And what really is happening is that there's someone else that in their heart that they love, that they're following their head, not their heart. And what the advice that's coming through is to follow your heart, not your head. So that could be the illusion. Okay. Or what could be coming through with this card is that the Divine Feminine is concerned that this connection is an illusion. It's an illusion, that it's all in their head, that they're not as connected. We have a card of new beginnings. So again, after some things fall off that are no longer in alignment, no longer serving the Divine Feminine, there will be some rest, there will be some recovering, and then there will be a hidden gift that comes through, which is a new beginning. Hidden gift. Sadness, an ending, and a new beginning. We have new beginning. Okay? Let's get several cards, please, from Angelic Revelation 144, Naked Flame Healing Messages. This will either be from your divine counterpart to you or from you to your divine counterpart. From the higher self. These are spirit soul messages. So it's up to you to discern if this would be for you or from you. Two more shuffles, please. Anything that needs to come through, any messages relating to the energy on the table right now in this Divine Feminine reading. Any messages from the Divine Feminine or to the Divine Feminine, from the higher self or from the spirit world, that need to come through right now. One more shuffle. Any messages, please, relating to this reading for the Divine Feminine, either from the Divine Feminine to their counterpart or from the Divine Feminine's counterpart to them. Okay. Give us a few cards, please, for messages from or to this Divine Feminine energy on the table. One more shuffle for messages from or to the Divine Feminine's energy that is on this table. Let me put these right here. I have one on the floor, of course. And the one on the floor, I like to show them directly to the camera after I pick them up. Somehow you always know when to reach out to me. You always know how I'm feeling and just what to say and how to help me. You feel the words that I don't say to you. I wish that I could tell you how I truly feel. I do feel that this is from, and I'll say it when I feel it, I do feel that that is from the Divine Masculine to this Divine Feminine. Okay. Here are all of the other cards. I do believe I have them. I want to reach out to you, but I don't know what to say at this time. I know that I need to make things right because this separation is tearing me apart. I write you messages and then I delete them because I just can't seem to find the words to express my truth at this time. What you see on social media is an illusion of a happy life. I just said that. I'm just settling, and most of the time I'm absolutely fucking miserable. I feel that you disrespected me and betrayed me. I'm a loyal person and I want to feel that I can trust you completely. Please acknowledge the hurt that you have caused me, as this will help me to heal. We do see a lot of healing need to happen, and we do see that this is someone from their past, their childhood, with this Six of Cups. So that energy, I do see that, I do think that this is the Divine Feminine coming through here, saying that. I consciously send you telepathic messages. You can ask me anything and I will respond in truth. I feel that could be either or both. I wished I told you how I felt about you back then. My feelings haven't gone away. They are still growing, no matter how deeply I try to bury them. I'm trying to find the words and gain the strength to express my truth to you soon. We are always together in dreams. I know that I took the wrong path, and my mind often wanders to a vision of a life with you. I wish that I could turn back time. And that's coming through because of this Death card. And we had a card, seeing beyond the death, seeing beyond death. So that's what's coming through with this card. And I do feel that that could be either energy right there. Either energy coming through, masculine or feminine. I feel very protective of you, and I want to be able to take care of you and nurture you with my love. I have had a personal tarot reading to understand our connection because I believe we are destined to be together. There is love in the silence, even though I haven't always said it with words. I know that you have felt my love and still feel it now because it has always been there. You are priceless to me, and I love and adore you. So those are the Naked Flame healing messages that wanted to come through. Let's get some transformation messages, please, for this Divine Feminine reading. A divine transformation, the rebirth deck for navigating challenges and life changes. So after this powerful 8-8 Lionsgate portal, this new moon in Leo, I'm actually seeing some Divine Feminines that are going to be ready to speak their truth, that are going to be ready to live a more authentic life, let their feelings be known, their heart be known, and try to make an ending with this Death card in a manner that is not brutal, but will end up, you know, that you can get through it, and that would lead them to be able to follow their heart. So let's get some transformation messages, please, for this Divine Feminine. Transformation messages, please, for the energy on the table for this Divine Feminine. Okay. We have passions. What and who ignites your passions? It is time to do sacral chakra work. And in this reading, we see the Six of Cups and the Four of Wands. That energy, that's what ignites this feminine's passion. Love. Be love and you will attract true love. Heart chakra healing is needed to be open to receive love and give unconditional love without any expectations. Family. Healing, merging, and blending of families should be a priority. So what I'm seeing is like, if you have a Nine of Cups life right now, or one that appears to be a Nine of Cups, when this Death card comes in and the things fall off, you know, it could mean changing a family. You could move locations. You could have a divorce, okay? I do see that healing would happen and merging and blending would happen, and that would be the priority. We have fool's gold. All that glitters is not gold. It's time to stop focusing on the material world and disconnect from materialistic people. And I think this card is coming through in relation to the Nine of Cups life. Like, that's, you had the Nine of Cups, all your wishes were fulfilled, but they weren't necessarily fulfilled in the heart aspect of it. It was all the materialistic parts that were fulfilled, which left the Divine Feminine feeling unfulfilled. So final messages to end this Divine Feminine reading from Angelic Revelation 144. Stop and smell the roses, Oracle. These are affirmations for navigating the sacred healing journey. 2 more shuffles for any energy that would like to come through for this Divine Feminine energy that is already on the table. Final messages, please, for the Divine Feminine. That energy is already on this table. What else do we need to know to close this reading. Let me put this here so I don't get them mixed up. Okay. Any more cards would like to come through? Okay, one more shuffle. We actually have several, which is good, because there could be several different divine feminine energies coming through all at once. So we have, I allow my heart to be compassionate, sense my higher truth, and I remain trusting while I remain patient. My prayers are heard and answered in unexpected ways. Divine support is readily available to me. All I have to do is ask. That's so important. So many people just sit in anxiety and worry about it instead of just asking and giving it to God and letting the universe give you what you want. I embrace my inner child and I view the world with a childlike curiosity. I nurture myself and I am open to love and play with life. We have, I release all stress to the universe. I trust in the divine plan. I restore inner balance and harmony. I am mindful of the spiritual reality versus the physical challenges. And that's what this is all about. And that's what I just said. Just tell God, tell the universe what you want. Believe it and release that worry. I am forgiving and compassionate towards my divine partner and myself. During this time of conflict and challenges, I hold tenderness within my soul. This is coming through because we had a Naked Flame healing message that was apologizing and saying they're so sorry that they hurt the other person. So this is coming through offering the forgiveness. It was almost like a direct message here. You know, we had a I'm so sorry, 2 or 3 cards about that, and we have the forgiveness coming back. My heart is connected to the loving heart of God. I am internally grateful and I choose to live a life of appreciation. I am unique, quirky, and innovative. I embrace my eccentricities and authenticity proudly as a divine expression of life. And to end, we have, I open myself to allow spirit to flow to me and talk through me. May I be a channel for the divine. And that's coming through trying to get this divine feminine energy that is kind of stuck and unable to make that move on either path, okay? Because they feel so much confusion and so much conflicting energy coming through. They're in that fork in the road. This is coming through to ask you to open yourself up to spirit, okay? So that is the Divine Feminine reading for this week. I hope there was something in here that resonated with you and you can take a message away. Maybe the energy has changed from last week or the week before with this powerful 8/8 portal coming through. So you may see some differences. You may feel some differences with yourself. Pay attention to those downloads you're going to be getting from Spirit World. They are going to be more freely coming to you now. From the spirit world. That's angels, that's your higher self, that's telepathy from your counterpart. So just open yourself up. So I hope there was something in here that resonated for you, and enjoy this new moon in Leo, this 8/8 portal, this cosmic alignment with the star Sirius that's happening right now. Vibe high. Take care.